Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. How are you all doing today? This beautiful Tuesday. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. I know I am. Hope you are all had a fantastic weekend. I know I did. But it is Tuesday and we are back to regularly scheduled program. The vacation is over. Okay, listen. Before we begin, please don't forget to like this video. Like it now because you're going to forget to like it later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow. Wait. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow. Please subscribe. Hold on. Ooh. Mm. Okay, hold on. I don't know where that go from. Oh, all right. So today we have three main topics we are going to discuss. All right. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. Today we will be talking about hold on. Today we will be talking about Saucy Santana and what happened. I was going to talk about the whole Nicki Minaj situation, but we'll see if we have time. Okay, we're talking about Saucy Santana speaking on women. We're also talking about Doja Cat, and this morning she just had the urge to drag her daddy. And listen, I ain't telling nobody why they dragging their daddies, but we're gonna get into that. And I also want to talk about Kehlani and her defense of Palestine. And thank you. Okay, but again, before we get into today's show, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow. Please subscribe. I'm just checking. Okay, no. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna drop this intro because y'all already know the vibes. I can't start the show until I drop the intro. So I'm looking at y'all comments. Okay. Hey, Summer Baby. Hey, Kai. Oh my God. I just came back yesterday. I had a couple things I was supposed to do and shit occurred. But I'm going to the gym, and after I come back from the gym, I will be changing up the membership. I'm doing it today, or I might do it before I get to the gym. My bad. Like I said, it was Memorial Day weekend, and I was Memorial Day, Y'all know the vibes, okay? But the membership will start today. I will make sure to adjust the membership. Okay. I will make sure to do that today. All right. Also, don't forget to go to jovibeauty.com to get one of our dope ass pieces of merch. We have some beautiful scarves, some cute ass bonnets. Also got some mugs, a nice t-shirt, sweater. There's a couple of things going on there. So go to jovibeauty.com and get yours today. Girl, talking about Buster. I didn't even get into that, but okay. Like I said, I'm playing catch up. But let's get into let's get into the stories for today. Hold on, let me find the first one. Let's do Kehlani first, and it's the most recent post. We're going to jump on to, I believe this is on site. All right, let me move this over here, and let's get into what Kehlani has to say. Okay, it says. Hold on. What the fuck? Hold up. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. What the hell is this? What the hell is Turbo Del? This is anyway. All right. Let's back up here. So let's get into what Kehlani has to say, and then we will. Mm, looks good already. It says Kehlani calls out the industry for silence on genocide. It's F. I don't want to say because we don't want to get demonetized already. It's F the isms, and it's also F a lot of y'all too. Okay, this is what's the word? A preview of what about to go down. So let's get it in.
To be in history books. This is going to be something that is referenced for the rest of forever. This is not some little, like, this is not small. This is not light. This is not like a, that's crazy. Keep it pushing. What are you doing? You guys watch my stories and you like my posts and you interact with me and you text me and you reach out for features and you ask me to do this and this and this or whatever or you compliment. Stop. The respect, like any ounce of fucking respect, like it is gone. And again, I have done so much work to calm this for the past 7 months because I had to center myself and focus so I could show up as a mother, as an artist, as a family member, as a friend. And it is so back, bro. It's Israel and it's feminism and it's also a lot of y'all too.
Ooh. Oh, well, I think a lot of people have that same sentiment. A lot of people are saying, these people, these celebrities, like Kehlani was talking about, have such large platforms, and like people are literally, history is literally being made. We spoke about this. We spoke about this a lot, especially like last week and week before on my channel, about how detrimental this war is, like trying to exterminate an entire um set of people because you want their homeland is insane. Okay, and we as in humans are just acting like it's not a big deal. Like everything about this is a big deal. Even the whole God's chosen people is a big freaking deal. I've never experienced that in my life. I'm from Crown Heights, Brooklyn. We have if I keep saying that, maybe I don't understand what I mean when I say like the Crown Heights riots. Black people have rode on these people, okay, and because of the behaviors, okay, because of the behaviors. If you don't know, they literally ran somebody over. They be out here turned up if you have no idea. Okay, the Orthodox, the Zionists of the Zionists be turned the fuck up in these streets. Okay, turned up. All right, they drunker than any drunk uncle you ever seen in your life on a all the time basis. Okay, and they be out here wilding, and they ran some boy over, came pick up they people with their ambulance and left the little black boy there, and it got turned up. So when I tell you, I personally, and I guess everybody who I live around for the most part, see people for exactly who they are. And this is but the world has not. And for the world to be saying these things now about these chosen people, and how they have shown us that chosen of it all makes them think they have the right to completely exterminate a race of people just because you want their homeland is wild crazy to me, and wild crazy to everybody else. And all of these people with these big ass platforms aren't doing anything. They aren't saying anything. They aren't saying anything. And this will go down in the history books. This is beyond the war, any world war we ever seen or heard of. Shit like this, is crazy. Everything that's going on all over the world. This weekend, I know I saw that. I know I saw that China was was doing drills and shit all over Taiwan. Okay, we seem to forget that there is a situation happening in Russia and Ukraine. We seem to forget this. There are about three or four wars going on right now. And being in the United States, it looks like we're on the wrong side of a lot of the confrontations and situations. And this is going to go into the history books. And if you don't stand for nothing, you will fall for everything. And I think that's where she's at with it right now. That's where a lot of people are with it right now. That's why the elections are looking so crazy right now. Everybody know that it's a monster that trying to be a dictator that is trying to get into office. Everyone knows that, but everyone also knows that the one who's in office right now is chummy with the people that are causing a majority of the problems on this planet right now. So I don't know. But I will say, shout out to Kehlani for being honest enough to stand in her freaking truth. She seems like somebody who would be. A lot of people are too scared, too worried about, oh, I don't want to rock the boat. The boat has been rocked. The boat has been rocked. You hear about everything but what's important. The boat is damn near overboard. They trying to make this place a dictatorship, a crazy one at that. Handmaid's Tale ain't got nothing on what these people trying to do. But everybody with all of these followers and all of this shit, they mind ain't seeing what is in front of their face. But maybe that's the problem, because a lot of the celebrities are stupid, and stupid people don't know about nothing but what concerns them personally in the moment. Anyway, let me see some of these comments. Hey Summer Baby, hey Kai, hey Sade, hey Jamie, hey Women's Worth, hey Jada. Our children have been fighting over the same dusty rock for 3,000 years. It's gonna be like that until the industry isn't saying anything because their people are winning. They pick those celebrities for a reason, because they know they won't think for themselves. Yeah. It's sad, but it's the reality of what it is, and I'm glad somebody's speaking on it, because at what point, don't scream like, oh, I'm not voting for Biden. You see a lot of them talking about, I'm not voting for Biden because of this and because of that and because of this. Call a spade and stop playing in everybody else's face. Call a spade and stop playing in your own face, because you ain't playing in mine. Anyway, let's move on. What's the next story for today? Let me see. Because I know as soon as I see it, I'm going to remember it. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about, what's his name? Saucy Santana. Let's jump into this whole Saucy Santana situation that people, why is this keep coming up? Hold on. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to see, because something keep coming up on my damn. Let me refresh this page. 1 second. 1 second. Because I don't know why this thing keep coming up on my page for. I have no freaking clue. All right. That should be fine. All right. So let's jump into this whole Saucy Santana situation. I didn't see any of it. I saw when he says, and I saw someone saying, oh, he's speaking on women and but I didn't actually click on it. Like I said, I was living minding my business. Minding my business. Mind yours. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, because girls don't got the strength as niggas. They don't. I grew up around the upper girls. I hate when girls be like, oh, I'm a dog, I'm a man, I act just like a nigga out here. No, y'all don't, baby. No, y'all don't. not, it's just not. It's y'all just soft. Y'all females. It's the estrogen, baby. It's not happening. You cannot move like a nigga. You cannot think like a nigga. You cannot act like a man. It's just not happening. And I want y'all to stop lying to yourself, telling yourself that y'all want these niggas to tell y'all the truth. No, y'all don't. Baby, nobody don't want to hear no motherfucking truth. And then when a nigga do start telling y'all the truth, y'all start bugging the fuck out and losing it, which is why the nigga lies to you in the first place. And what the fuck a nigga telling me the truth for? Bitch, you're that bold. Bitch, you don't give a fuck about me that much. When I tell niggas the truth, I don't give a fuck about them. They like my little side niggas. I'm not that invested. So here's the truth. Take it or leave. My bitch that I love, like, I'm in the field. Bitch, I'm not telling you. I'm Jody. You know what I really hate? Because girls don't got this.
Okay, so that's what he first said, and then here we go.
I'm not gonna take it personal because I know a lot of y'all really read like headlines. So everybody read the headline, nobody got the message. When it comes to me, it's always giving he, him. I'm a boy, I'm a man, I'm a nigga, whatever y'all want to feel like. Regardless of how much you see lashes and nails and a pretty face, I'm a boy. And so when I'm referencing, what I was referencing was boys, like when boys date me, they just as simple minded as y'all. They gag, they be like, yo, you really act like a nigga. Yo, you really a man. Duh. People see me and see the feminine energy and emotes, and they be like, oh, he think he a girl. No, I'm a nigga, a dog ass nigga. And that's how I know. I grew up around a lot of girls, and girls are soft. And they can't maneuver like niggas because we really cutthroat. And y'all really not like that. Well, I'm not gonna take it personal.
Okay.
You know what I really.
All right. So, what do y'all think about what Saucy said? Personally, I ain't got no problem with what he said because it's kind of the truth. I wish more women, and we speak like this all the time, like our minds are just not the same. That's why a lot of the times we be, doing too much, and then, we're like, oh, he should appreciate me. That's, like men don't appreciate shit. Men are high key kind of trash. A lot of them, they're raised to be trash. The patriarchy has raised them to be trash. Okay. And that's all races. I said this before and I'll say it again. There's a percentage of men in all races, and it's a large percentage that are trash, and they're raised to be trash, and and they're horrible human beings. You know, um, and most women don't even want to be that horrible. That's why the statistics are so high of like when people get sick, right? When men get sick, women take care of them. Whether that's your husband, your dad, your brother, whatever, they fucked up, you take care of them. Men aren't like that. Men will divorce you, will leave you and abandon you, start all over with kids and everything. Men aren't like that. They are cutthroat. They are horrible. And even when we're on our most, savage of it all, our female brain just doesn't allow us to be, like, for the most part, to be just, we won't abandon our children. We will actually put in and a relationship and shit like that, and try to work like we will do these things that men just, again, whether it's patriarchy, indoctrination, whether it's just who the fuck they are, that a lot of men just won't fucking do. So I completely understand, and honestly, I respect the fact that he comprehends and understands that regardless of how he looking, when I always tell y'all, in my opinion, a lot of the male transsexuals, the ones that turn into women, regardless of, like Saucy said, the nails, the lashes, the BBL, all of that, he has a man's brain and he think like a man. He is a man and his mind is that of a man. That's why I've always said that, that's why trans women, the men, the women who turn into men are more understanding of women, because they were women. They have this mindset of just decency. I don't even know what to say, just decency, because women are the decent ones of the race, of the of the human race. We're the ones who do those things. We're the ones who have a whole nigga on our back, and you still trying to make him feel like he doing something when all he do is sit on your couch all day and play video games 30, 40 hours a week. I was reading a Reddit post that says some shit like that, and I was in awe. When she like, he only a part-time, be doing it sometimes, talking about 30, 40 hours a week. Wow. While the wife is there in labor and all this shit, and he don't give a fuck because he only cares about himself. Men are selfish as hell. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Men are raised to be selfish as hell. Selfish as hell. And I believe if more women, again, I don't think we can ever be as savage as them because we don't really want to, you know? But if we were a little bit more selfish, we would be a little bit better off. But we aren't men, and men aren't women. Men are who men are, and women are just who we are, and that's just what it is. So I ain't got no issues with what Saucy said, because it's true. At the end of the day, he comprehends. He's still a man. He ain't sitting up playing in our faces. He's still a man. He give it up like a dude, regardless of whatever. His behavior is that of a man because that is natural to him. Just like when we beefing with other people, like the T.S. Madisons of the world and all this shit, their first comments is reverting to suck my dick and all of this real horrible, disrespectful shit that only men jump to do, because it is just, the male brain is the male brain and the woman brain is just the woman's brain. And we ain't transplant. I know they transplanting a lot of shit right now, but they ain't transplanting brains yet. So, please run these likes up. Thank you, Bree. Please run these likes up. Shit, I'm mean, but yes, we could be mean. We could be mean, but when women are mean, majority of the time, it's for a reason. It's because you've been trying and trying and trying and trying. Men could be just cruel for the sake of cruelty, just for the sake of cruelty. Women don't do shit like that. We just don't. We just don't. Even on our worst times, we just don't do certain things because why? It's not rational. Anywho, my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Let me jump into these comments a little bit. She said, I agree. So again, watching a lot of TV and catching. Okay. Hey, mommy, how are you? How are you? She said, I hate to say it, but he's not lying. He's not lying. He spoke the truth. And run these likes up, people, please, and thank you. I hope y'all enjoyed your weekend. I fucking did. So we're back to business. Run these likes up, please, and thank you. A good trait to have. She said, but that's not a good trait to have. That's why they messed the world up. Honestly, I don't think men were ever supposed to be in control of the world. They think with their peas. They think with their peas. Women think with their brains. I don't think they ever were. And the way things are going right now, honestly, I think give it another generation, if not a good 5 to 10, I think more women are going to be running more things because they think with their peens. Right now, we spoke about the God's chosen people a little while ago. and all the shit that they do, all the things that happen in this world. A lot of the things I'm really starting to think, because I was thinking yesterday, I don't remember what somebody was said something, and they said, I think it was Tisha Tells. If you don't watch Tisha Tells, go subscribe to her channel. She said something along the lines of because people were saying shit about, they're trying to get the black man. And she was like, but they got Epstein, she was like, they got Weinstein. And then in my head, I was like, shit, they got Weinstein and Epstein. And then I had the thought, we know who Weinstein and Epstein, we know their national lineage. Let's say that. We know where they, based off the names. But then I had a thought that, remember when the Epstein list was supposed to come out at the beginning of the year? It still ain't come out, right? It still ain't come out, because I don't remember it coming out. Remember how they said there were so many people on that list, and they were trying, and they were thinking about like kings and shit, like people with, like, these males with power all over the world, right? Governors, presidents, ex-presidents, kings, shahs and shit. Just a bunch of men and their debauchery. And it lead me to thought, just like the comment that the Swedish girl just said, that because of their debauchery, and a lot of them being afraid to be exposed for their debauchery, because they think, because everything is about down here for a lot of them, too many of them, especially the ones in power, a lot of it, this controls everything. This is the head that runs it all. They're allowing these things to happen throughout the world for generations, centuries, time periods, okay, that negatively affect people. Because, like, let's just look right now, do we think that when they said that Epstein's list, that Epstein was working was not undercover, but he was working with Israel? Remember when they said he was working with Israel so he could get things on people to be able to have, things to blackmail people about, right? So if the chosen people have blackmailable items on these men, because these men can't control them, they can't do nothing without thinking with this first, okay, and put themselves in positions to be able to be bribed. They're allowing all of this foolishness to happen in the world because they don't want to get caught up and be exposed because of their weird, nasty, freaky fucking ways and the shit that they do in secret. So no, I don't think men that should actually be in control of this world. If your only defining feature as a sex is, I got a ding, I got a dick, that's the only defining feature that makes you think that you could run the world. But that same dick is the reason why you make bad decisions. Does that mean that they should actually be running the world? Or does that mean that our planet is probably not, what's the word? Is not advancing as much as it should, because we have a bunch of dinks that think with their dinks controlling it. The way things are going, though, the way the birth rate is plummeting, the way women are not playing and going and getting their education, and, just the way that these people are proving that they are not leaders. Again, I think that in the very near future that a lot of things are going to turn around, and there will be a lot more women in powerful positions. Because, again, women are less likely to think when it comes to anything, let alone running the world. Anywho, let me finish up some of these comments, and then we're gonna move to Doja Cat. Let's get these likes up, please, and thank you. Hey, Mahogany, how are you? Okay, okay. And I'm going to work out. I'm going to hit the gym today and then go for my walk slash run. So we putting in a little bit more effort. It's about to be June. Okay. Um ego and desire of a certain woman most of the time. Mahogany said, I know certain black men. We're trying to say Oprah was at the top of the list, and when they found out she wasn't, now they're silent about the list. Um, hmm. Yeah, and the world shouldn't be run by people who are run by their genitals. And again, I'm a Scorpio. Fuck, I'm run by my genitals, but the world should not be run by people who are run by their genitals and will burn everything down to get a nut. Let's not act like wars aren't started because of egos and sex. Historically, my opinion, I'm sticking to it. Anywho, I'm gonna drop this quick commercial, and then we're gonna get on with the rest of today's show. We will up next. We will be talking about Doja Cat and her dragging her daddy. Welcome back to Jovi's Beauty School, where we now have count it guys, 5 new scarf designs that we just got in. They're beautiful, they're amazing, they are so spring, summer vibes. I don't even know what to say. They're 35 inches by 35 inches. The print on these scarves are amazing. They're silk twill, they're gorgeous, and they won't be around for long. So if I were you, I would get mines ASAP. We're dropping them in batches. These are limited edition scarves, so when they sell out, y'all, they are sold out. So I need you to go get yours now. Don't call me talking about Jovi, I need one. It's too late. I don't know if they're gonna come on the next batch, okay? So go to jovibeauty.com, get your scarf, and be that girl, because you already know how we give it up. Jamie, when I just said what I was saying, my first thought was Helen of Troy. My first thought was Helen of Troy, because this shit be going on forever. A whole race of people wiped out because a little boy wanted to get his dick wet. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anywho, let's go on to the next story. Before we get into Doja Cat, I want to bring this shit from Porsha Williams and her nice ass Memorial Day weekend, okay? Because I find it funny. I find it so funny, and I'm actually loving this shit. I think it's hysterical. So this is let's play it. It's music playing in the background, so I can't really play it. You see the kids in the back. That's Porsha homie. Porsha just living her life in her house. And if you didn't notice, was it Friday? I think it was Friday. Porsha, remember, because Simon was been throwing rocks because he's emotional because she left him. Simon is used to being the one who leaves and tries to embarrass you and whatever, and Porsha left him, and she's just as petty as him, so he's in his feels. Okay, he's hard in his feels. We get it. You're mad. We get it. So Porsha last week with Kenya, who I love Kenya. Can I say that? I love Kenya. Kenya don't give a fuck. Kenya calls out abuse. Kenya is that girl. Kenya's not gonna act like shit makes sense when it don't make sense. And I mess with her for that, okay? Oh, we just got a donation. Okay. Proverb. Thank you, Proverb, for donating $15. I didn't want to say your real name because I've never seen it in a chat before. But thank you so much, Proverb. Proverb donated $15. The Proverb said, "Thank you for using your platform." Thank you so much. Y'all know all donations are thoroughly appreciated, for real, for real. So thank y'all so much. So yeah, again, thank you so much. But he been in his motions. So now Porsha posted this, and what Simon do because he bored? Simon posted a picture of himself. I guess reposted pictures from last Memorial Day when he was in the house. Simon wrote, "Memorial Day 2023 was a memorable day with family and friends. I'm working hard and praying even harder that in 2025, my kids and I get an opportunity to celebrate again as we did here." My man. I said this about Simon before, and I'll say it again. You are grown as a alleged multimillionaire. This is the case you excuse me, this is the case you keep trying to make. My man, if you gotta go, there's a lot of houses for rent in Atlanta. There's a lot of houses for rent in Atlanta. If you can't afford a house, there's apartments for rent in Atlanta. There's a lot of mini mansions, big mansions, a lot of shit you can rent in Atlanta if you wanted to rent a property before you had to buy one while you're going through this divorce to be around your kids. All of that bullshit is bullshit, okay? If you want to be around your kids, you're going to make a way. This is what I be talking about with, I was about to say the fairer sex because I don't know what's wrong with them people. Like, make it make sense. Because again, if this was a woman, she would make sure that she was able to make it work out, right? I can't get past these men. And Simon ain't the only one who you destroyed your relationship. Whoever destroyed the relationship, it doesn't even matter. But most of the time, it's these men destroyed the relationship, cheating, all this weird shit. Okay, fine. You get put out. Okay, y'all break up, whatever, y'all get divorced, whatever the situation is. Why is it that the woman is always okay? She thinks she's not gonna be, because he didn't gas her and told her, and she really believe in this, that it's gonna be so difficult, and she just, she's better off having him here. But once she gets it through her brain and she's like, you know what, I only got 2 kids, I don't need three is too much. And she, why is it that the woman, a lot of the times, majority of the time, is able to pick up and make this shit work out? If this was a woman, she would have picked up and made this shit work out. If they would have put Porsha out the house instead of Simon, okay, she would have picked up and worked this shit out, because that's just what it is. Instead of crying and blaming everybody for the circumstances that you created in your life. Too many of these men get a divorce, get picked out the baby mama house, and their whole fucking life is flipped upside down. They homeless in the street. Half of these homeless people tell y'all about a divorce that they went through. That's why there's so much homeless men, because they couldn't fucking pull it together. But again, we go back to the first topic and the second topic. But again, these are the people who's supposed to be running or in charge of the household, the countries, and the world. Make it make sense. Okay, shit go bad, you lose your shit. And even if they happen to get their shit together, they got to get them a next woman ASAP to be able to even help them raise their children when they over there on the weekends, because they can't even do that. I don't understand. But it's not meant for me to understand, because I'm a woman and I have a logical brain. It's not meant for us to understand. I don't understand. But I guess, All right. So now where are we going? Where are we going? Hold on. I forgot. Oh, Doja. Ciao. Let me see something. Let me just see something. Let me just see something. Okay. Okay. So Doja Cat last night went off on her father. His name is Dumansani Deblani. Okay, he's South African. He looks sand. If you don't know tribes, that's probably why though they black. Okay, so even if Doja mix, she's still black. She still got more black DNA in her than it's way more than 50-50 there. Okay, nonetheless, her let's pull it up. Let's pull up what I woke up to, child. I woke up to Doja saying, Dad, let me know when and if you need me to re-up your makeup cabinet because you a B. Then she posted a picture of her ass, aka kiss it. She said, I'm gonna turn you into my next project, and you're gonna have to listen to it for the rest of your godforsaken life. Then somebody might be her brother. He looks South African based off the name. I'm not by the picture. The name looks South African. He said you are messing with the wrong one. Zulus don't play. Okay, he's not saying he's Zulu. That's still old as shit. Your ancestors will humble you. My question is why don't you think that his ancestors are humbling him right now? But let's continue. Doja said, "Go give the deadbeat a kiss on the lips for me." So that's might be her brother. Someone said that's so disrespectful. Do it again. Um, she said gave me the lazy eye and dipped. Okay, so listen, listen, listen. I'm not here to tell anybody who father abandoned them how to feel about the situation. That shit gotta be horrendous. Shit, just arguing with your dad when y'all knowing your dad can be some horrendous shit. So I can't, and I won't, and I believe for anybody to come at their parent like that on social media. Also, her dad is a South African dancer. Okay, um he's a performer, so I guess that's where she get her shit from. um so yeah, I listen, we don't know what her dad did to her. We don't know. We do know that about a month ago, a month and a half, probably 2 months maybe, her brother allegedly knocked her tooth out, her front tooth. Now listen, I got 5 of them brothers. I comprehend being kids and rough housing because y'all are kids and boys fight. Body slams and all that weird shit. I get that. As adults, I can't comprehend any of my brothers hitting me, getting that aggressive to the point where they want to hit me, actually putting their fucking hands on me. Let me mute this phone because it keep going off with these damn people in this group chat. I don't even like the group. I'm in it because parents gotta be in a group. Let me mute these hoes. All right, good. Yeah, so listen, we're not here. We don't know what. And if her brother was out here assaulting her, I think she also said he hit the moms. Those are learned things. Those are learned behaviors. A lot of the time, again, not all of the time. Sometimes people just come out the woodwork, even though they raised right to be fucking savages. But a lot of the times, those are learned behaviors. And if that happened, well, it did happen. She, got try to get a restraining order against her brother, and then to turn around 2 months later and be saying this about your dad, it says correlation to me. It says the dad is the issue, was always the issue, and Doja is traumatized and trying to work through her shit with her feelings with her dad. Hopefully she's in therapy, because at the end of the day, his who he is don't make or break you. You know, you could write if writing an album about him or a song about him is going to make her feel better, I'm all for it, because he didn't care about the damage he inflicted on her when he abandoned her and her brother, or the mother or whatever. He didn't care about whatever he was doing that made her feel this way about him, and apparently a lot of black men. I'm starting to comprehend why Doja don't date black men, because if you date men like your dad for the most part, you know, unless they're completely garbage, they have characteristics that, you know, um and for her to completely abandon that means that something dramatic happened. Okay. And he abandoned her, and God knows what else happened to her mother, or, you know, that her brother is out here thinking it's appropriate to knock his sister teeth out her mouth. Okay. It's what I said, is how I feel. Shout out to Black China. I'm just looking on the thing. Black China lost so much weight. I'm trying to get on it like that. I'm really trying to get down a good, like, I'm trying to cut like a good 30. It's gonna be a lot of work. Hold on. It's gonna be a lot of work, but I can do it. Y'all see that I burnt myself here? Like a dumbass. Look at this shit. Look bad too. Hopefully it heal okay. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else I would like to discuss today? Let me get out of this. No, the Saucy Santana shit. We spoke on that. Ciao. Have y'all seen Young Miami? Young Miami is really trying to erase Diddy from her whole from everything. Child, Young Miami's a mess. Now she running around with Southside, which I get, because that's her baby daddy, and she probably stopped fucking with him to fuck with Diddy, and now look what the fuck happened. And she probably feels safe with him because God knows she might be in danger, girl. And we, you know, Southside is a little ignorant. And sometimes you need a little ignorant next to you to make sure that you okay, because she might know some things that might help put a motherfucker behind the bars. But why she wrote, I'll put this up. She wrote, and I found this shit hysterical. She was like, do you remember why you fell in love with me? She's and someone said, when I found out you love getting pissed on. Then she was like, I was playing. A dude never ever peed on me. I did. I did that to promote my card game and did exactly what I needed it to do. Hold up.
Yeah, why I picked this one?
Oh Lord, what is it?
I can't say it.
You got to.
It say take a shower. If you like golden showers, I do.
Golden showers, meaning when the guy pees on you, pee on you everywhere. You like it?
I just like it.
You do? Freak of the week.
Trina was like, okay, child, I don't believe she lied. I do not believe she lied. I believe again, you pay her for anything and she with it. That's what she tell us in the music, okay? And I know a lot of the times the music isn't just, these bitches don't write them. These people, I'm not just saying her, but a lot of these rappers don't write their own music, okay? So I know a lot of it isn't necessarily true, but girl, we believe that. We believe now that you want to backpedal because now Diddy is being exposed and all his weird freaky shit is being exposed, and now people are questioning why the hell are questioning you. Okay? Also, one last thing before we get into the comments, just really fast. Did y'all see that Blue Ivy was in The Lion King? That little girl can't act. This is what happens, and I get it. Kim is trying to compete with Blue Ivy. I get it. but I don't see any talent in Northwest. Even the supposed album she was coming out with, I don't even know if it came out with. And I don't, I'm not really talking about a 10-year-old. I'm talking about her mama and the shit that they doing. Okay. The album she was supposed to be coming out with, if it came out or not, if I remember correctly, was supposed to be named Middle School Dropout. Listen, no. We cannot just copy and paste. No. Just because you're born of people with talent don't mean you have talent. That's just what it is. Just because you were born of people with talent does not mean that you have talent. And that shit was horrible. It was horrible. The performance, horrible. They had real actors, kids who've been working for years at their craft, because it's really a craft and a passion for them, were going through many levels of rehearsal. From what I heard, one mother posted it on Twitter. I saw it this morning because I was looking. She was like, her daughter, it was her daughter. I don't remember if it was her son or her daughter. I don't remember. It might have been her daughter. But her child was up for the role. Okay. They made it through the auditions, through hundreds of people, through tens of people, through 5 people, kids, through the last 4, and then they got down to the last 2. And when they in the last 2, then walks in Kim Kardashian with Northwest, who just got the part because her mother is Kim Kardashian and her daddy is Kanye West. But we aren't interested. And then to say, but why y'all talking about kids? Because we don't want to see you. Because you put your kids on fucking display like that, people gonna drag them like that. People, especially with no talent, we ain't doing it. When Blue Ivy was on that stage, still trying to figuring it out, y'all was saying, "Oh, she needs to be better." And what did she do? She got better. She's not gonna go up there and embarrass herself. Blue Ivy ain't even putting in the work. A lot of if you look at the video, and I'm not gonna put on the video because I don't really care, but if you look at the video, it wasn't even like she put in the work, the practices. Like, oh, my kid been practicing and she know this from, when she know all the moves and she da. No, she ain't good. But because of nepotism, now we're stuck with her being the person we're going to remember when you remember the 30th year anniversary of this shit. So then Jason Weaver, if you don't remember, he used to be a celebrity back in the day. Well, let me not say he used to be. He was in a lot of movies, a lot of TV shows back in the day, growing up. And he played Michael Jackson in the Michael Jackson movie. He played on stage. He was Simba. I think during the first, he was Simba's voice. He was the original Simba's voice. So he come and he makes a statement. He said, "What an honor it is to share the same stage with this young superstar in the making. She is not. She's not. But I guess he's trying to get a role. I'm so proud of you, North. You're doing such a phenomenal job in this show. I can't wait for people to see your performance of I Can't Wait to Be King when the Lion King 30th anniversary celebration eventually starts streaming on Disney+. You're a true professional, and I wish you nothing but the best as you continue your journey towards greatness. Let's run it back one more time from tonight." No. He also wrote, "Man, all praises due to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on this beautiful Saturday morning. I'm waking up feeling so grateful this morning for everything that the Lord has done for me and continue to do for me and my family. Y'all just don't know the journey that we've been on together throughout the years. Shake my head. Honestly, the journey hasn't always been easy, but the Lord has never left my side, even though some of the most challenging times that I've ever had to face in my life, both personally as well as professionally. The Lord has always been there for me and never abandoned me at the time when I may have been at my lowest. That's why I want to take the time out right now to give him the honor and praise, thanks and glory that he rightfully deserves. I can feel his presence around me every day, and I just want to let him know in front of the whole world just how much I love and appreciate him. Thank you, Lord. You kept your promise to me, as you always do. You never cease to amaze me. You are truly an awesome God. We out here playing ball for real right now. Lord, let's keep going. Put my complete faith and trust in you always. Grateful. You know what I think when I read that? You know what I think when I read that? I think these are on the same post. Oh, let me look at the comment. The comments. Thank you for lying for her, Jason. She is talentless at best, nepotism at its worst. She did a horrible job. You know what I think? Somebody said Tiny and T.I. daughter could have done a better job, and I really believe that. You know what I think though? I think that Jason, I haven't seen him in a lot of things recently. And he was probably, like you say, struggling, and he probably got a fucking check from Kim Kardashian and the peoples. My opinion. This is alleged, my opinion. And that check helped him in his time of need. We heard Keenan and Kel talk about the struggles, and was he on a Disney show? I believe Jason Weaver was on a Disney show, but I don't believe he was like the head of and he's still a little bit older than them. So like that time passed for him, but I believe he might have actually been struggling, like he said, professionally, personally. Money is funny, especially for black celebrities. Okay. And we just got out of a writer strike a year ago, and they was telling us they weren't getting the appropriate residuals and all of this shit. So it probably was a struggle. So he probably got reached out to, this is my opinion, he probably got reached out to by Kim, because since he played Simba, okay, he probably got reached out to, and a check was written, and he was able to co-sign and be like, yeah, let Northy do it, because his opinion of the character matters, and he probably got a big ass check. And I'm not mad at him for getting a big ass check, okay, because listen, if they want to pay, take it like you weigh. But let's stop lying. That girl ain't do good. Stop lying to these people. Cause then she gonna hit 18 and she really gonna think she got talent and all of this shit, and she don't. All because nobody wants to say it, because it's not nice to say. Well, it shouldn't have been said, because you shouldn't have put your kid in that position, because your kid is not a talent. I'm quick to say, and I say this all the time, you got to know your kid's strengths and weaknesses. You can't make somebody a star who ain't that. It's just not. If they ain't got the talent, they ain't got the talent. You can't tell somebody, oh, you're amazing at singing, if they're not good at singing. Or they're good at this. You have to know, because then you're just setting your kids up for failure. Your kid ain't smart. I'm not saying her kid ain't smart, but I'm saying if you know your kid ain't smart, you can't be setting them up to achieve where they can't achieve. Your kid ain't athletic. You can't be putting them on teams expecting them to be the fucking quarterback and then mad at them about it. Wanting them to be a star when they ain't got no talent. Just because they daddy got talent, Kim ain't got no talent. Just because her daddy got talent don't mean, or had talent, don't mean that she gonna have it. You ain't even got enough talent to choose a fucking name of an album that does not copy and paste daddies. If that ain't nepotism, I don't know what the fuck is. Anywho, I'm going to drop this invite link for those who would like to come up really fast. Tell me how you feel about this situation. I'm going to drink some water and then get back up into these comments. Oh, then like I said, when we finish here, I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go hit the weights today. I'm not going to do too much because my first day back on the weights. I'm going to try to hit the weights for like a half or so and then go out and do I'm going to run more than I walk. Okay. We got to lose this weight, girls. All right. Hello everybody. Hey Shay. Hey Yusuf. Calling out the people who just got in who I didn't call out already. Um Yes, and thank you all for whoever donates to the channel. You are thoroughly appreciated. I know everybody cannot, and it is what it is, but it is thoroughly appreciated when you do. What you can do, okay, you ain't need $1 to do, is like this video. Okay, please like this video, subscribe if you are not already subscribed. And like I said last week, but again, I Memorial Day weekend took control of me. So I forgot to change the membership situation and a lot of the other stuff I said I was going to change because I was not here. Okay. But I'm going to do that today when I come back from working out. Okay. She said, it looks like the cat daddy weekend. These old men was out here thinking they cat daddies. She said, or he said, I don't know, burning the whole world down, wars raging all over the planet, and then got the balls to look at women and ask why we don't want to be mothers. Yeah, it's not sensible. just not sensible. Let's run these likes up, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Yusuf said they be so slow, child. Honey said Simon's a fraud. He was divorced from first wife for being an illegal immigrant, and she filed fraud. He mad because Porsha was gonna be his U.S. citizen. Yeah, she ain't doing it. He couldn't get it anyway, but she not doing it because she figured out you were a fraud, or she knew you was a fraud, and she was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get a house out you at least. Listen, these men lead with their money. You lead with your money, dude, cool. That's your only value. A lot of them ain't got personalities worth a damn, ain't got emotional intelligence worth a fuck, ain't got none of that shit. Like, all you got is some money, okay? So she took it. I ain't mad at her. I'm not mad at her. Oh well, you wanted to get the benefits of having a pretty ass wife, and you had to pay for it. Because let's not forget, Simon is ugly as fuck. I cannot stand an ugly nigga that does not comprehend he ugly. Just because you got money does not make you cute, especially if it's fraudulent. It don't make you cute. It don't. It really don't. She said, what did he do now? Her father was in Serafina. He probably was a deadbeat and abusive of the mother. We know these you know these artist type of men. He probably abusive, abandoned them, ran off to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do, So and like I said, and we're talking right now, we're talking about Doja Cat's and her comment to her dad. If her brother knocked her fucking tooth out and apparently attacked the mom too, allegedly, you get wild, crazy shit like that from somewhere. And to me, the somewhere sound like daddy. I always tell my daughter, artists are a no-go. Struggling artists and all this shit, they're a no-go. Musicians, none of that. No-go. No-go. She said her dad is a deadbeat, never wanted anything to do with her. Yep, but he fucked for her though. He was all over the place though. That's why I said I can never tell a woman how to feel about her father, about her parents, about her father, about the parent who abandoned them. Like, and these men be seeming so confused. Like, listen, you weren't there. And a lot of times they think, oh, the mother, because he's quick to say your mother's probably said, did your mother tell you what? Did your mother? It ain't got nothing to do with her mother. You abandon your children. They too easy to abandon your children. And whether the mother was struggling, whether the mother was 2 jobs at a time and couldn't be home as much to be there to raise her kid, especially her girl child, right? And in the moment when you a teenager, you mad because your mommy not there and all of this shit. But as you get older, you comprehend life and all the shit that your mother has done to take care of you with absolutely no help from that deadbeat who couldn't even bother to call you and tell you happy birthday. That's where the hatred comes from. So who the fuck are we to tell her that she can't come for her fucking father on social media, in public? Maybe for all we know, maybe the nigga don't answer the phone for her. Maybe she's trying to work through her trauma because it's affected, because because her brother attacking her might have stirred up some shit. And this is what she did. And again, a lot of people like to post a bunch of shit. I saw one person post and they were so mad because this mom, her 12-year-old daughter was trying to act grown, and she made the girl wear bobos and clips to school because you're 12. Because she wanted to teach her, you ain't grown, baby. Bring it back. I have to tell mines that too, because they, please bring it back. Lashes too much. Take it off. Bring it back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that is the job of being a mother, to raise your children. If you see things happening and you need to adjust it. She still told a little girl in the video that I'm referring to hold her head up, and she's beautiful still, but you ain't grown. 12. I be damned, wigs at 12. I be gagging now at 15 with wigs, but at 12 or being too, the society are trying to make these girls grown too early, and it's their mothers who are there to raise them. Whether it is, okay, you getting out of control, you're doing too much, and I don't want my daughter to be affected by bad decisions, so we're gonna pull it back some. Again, in the moment, it's like my mom this and my mom that, but hindsight 2020, when that girl 18, 19, 20, 25, she gonna realize why her mama did that, and her mama tried to save her from bullshit. But that ain't happening with abandoned daddies who abandon their children. That don't happen. Ain't no understanding. They want to think the only understanding a lot of them get is from some of their sons who, whatever. But because you weren't there, you cannot make that back. Your kid is grown now. And they're human, just like you're human. And they have anatomy. Fucking lash right there. And they have anatomy and have a right to feel abandoned and to react like an abandoned child when they were, in fact, abandoned. The fuck? Anyway, let's finish up these comments. Apparently her dad. Yeah, I'm not taking pride. I'm not taking sides, but for your kid to spaz on you like that, to me says, and like I said, if we just sit back and just look at the little bit we know, your brother to attack you, to me says your dad was whooping your mama ass. That's what that tells me. There's been a lot of abuse in the household for your brother to think that he could put his hands on you. Okay, that shit is crazy. Okay, we're not 8. We're not fighting in a fucking hallway over the last fucking fudge sickle or what the fuck ever. We're an adult. Her brother knocked her tooth out. To me, that says it's abuse rampant. Okay. South Africans can be very abusive. South Africa, I've been to South Africa, y'all know, has literally one of, if not next to India, it's not, if not tied with India, it's like second with the most R's in, a country. Like South Africa, is very, shit can be crazy over there. Okay. It's real, it's nice, but some of the men are, so I'm just saying, I ride with the kids. When the kids say, especially as the kid, when you a kid and you like, oh, I'm mad because I'm 18 and I don't comprehend, because I'm not emotionally mature yet. Then you can be like, all right, what happened? Why your mama spazzing on you? Why your daddy? You know what I'm saying? But as an adult, there's shit. We might not know it, but there's shit. Okay. She said, put some cocoa butter on the burn. Yeah, I gotta put some. Yes. Yep. I was smoking and it fell on me. uh, she like, we know how her daddy get down. Doja Cat, father and actor, played the role. Okay. Child, okay, likes. I got over 1K likes for saying if you would lie about being a golden shower for attention, then you would do anything out here for attention, including a. That is, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't believe shit she say. I know now she's trying to backpedal because everybody is like, bitch, you are you didn't line yourself up for people to think you were out here selling the cooch. And you still kept she still kept riding with him, which made people say, okay, so you was down with it, all of this crazy shit. Now you want to block him or unfollow him on Instagram and all of this shit, but you was down before, so you lead people to imagine. And now you telling us you lying about shit like golden showers, which leads us to believe that you would lie and do anything for money. You told us that already, and we believe that. We believed you the first time. When people tell you who they are, believe them the first time. She said, I need to understand why that was her lion costume. Why did they do that to Lion King just for her? I ain't mad at her for dabbling in entertainment, but she's not good at it. She's not good at it, and she shouldn't have been there. She should have been at acting classes. And that was probably Kim's idea. It was probably something from Balenciaga. It was probably something from Balenciaga. Yusuf said, I'm okay with the kids of celebs getting trained and changes, but no award just for being born. That's what I'm saying. We're not like, it's wholeheartedly a participation award. She didn't just because her daddy is Kanye West. Like, wasn't good at all. Like, come on. She said, I'm not against nepotism as the person is good. Yeah, if the person is good, but that's what you like, you send your kids to acting classes if you want them to be like everybody else. They don't just, Kanye ain't an actor. They ain't just gonna pick it up. You send them to acting classes. The girl, if she been taking acting classes, she ain't been doing well, so maybe you need to jump on to something else. Oh, he's in the Shy right now? Good. I'm glad for him. I think nor display a bratty or extra attitude like the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. Well, Shay said they messed up the Lion King because Beyonce wasn't good as Nala either. Now North is in the Lion King. They need to stop the remakes. I think they said that if I'm correct, I think that they're redoing The Lion King. I don't know if it's the cartoon or whatever, and I think Blue Ivy is supposed to play Sala. What's her name? Sala? I don't remember the name. The little girl lion. I forgot her name. Sala, whatever. I think she's supposed to play her. You know, and knowing Beyonce's perfection of it all, Blue Ivy been taking acting classes for a very long time and is going to and should hit that role. You see, Beyonce recognized that she ain't a good actress, so she stopped pretending to try. Okay? And the Virgo in her won't allow her child to be up there playing on The Lion King that's going to be around for, you know, a couple generations and have to look back on that with embarrassment. She ain't doing it. She'll take that girl out before she let her go up there and embarrass herself for the world to see. She said, I don't think nepotism. She said, I do think nepotism is fine. Parents getting your child opportunities when your child is talented. Be bringing Blue on stage was great and taught her stage presence. Yeah, and that was her tour. That was her tour. She could have had the twins on the edge of the stage playing in Lego. That's her tour. She could have had the kids at the end. You know what I'm saying? You don't go and say, oh, well, I want to teach my kid something. And let me teach my kid by attaching them to something that is freaking global to globally fucking embarrass them for the rest of their lives. To try to act like they're better than they are. No. Them royalties from Simba, hopefully they keeping them all right. But let's remember, these people have been telling us for about 2-3 years that they royalty checks is trash. Like, we remember that. And hopefully he getting residuals from the Michael Jackson story. But from what we learned, the residual checks are trash. So I don't know what the residual checks are actually doing. Okay. She said, I don't think she good at her check. Somebody asked for a fit check. I just have on a pair of sweats on the bottom. I told y'all we going to work out. I don't do nothing before I finish workout. I never really met her dad. She never really met her dad. She been in America. That don't mean that she don't have experience with him. Or again, he didn't just completely abandon her and her brother. She said her brother most likely has mental issues. I agree. A lot of abuse in homes, family violence from a brother, son, or uncle towards a sister, mother, niece wouldn't happen if insane asylums still exist. Insane asylums still exist. We just remember when they existed, they didn't really put men in them for being abusive to women. Because being abusive to women wasn't a charge. Raping your wife wasn't even illegal to like the 80s or the 90s, if I remember correctly. So like beating on your wife and shit and your mom and all this weird shit that some of these men do, knocking your sister teeth out, that wouldn't have got them locked up. She would have gotten locked up and put in an insane asylum and probably given a libido for showing emotions and showing hurt that, like, you know, her dad abandoned her, and her feeling away would have probably got her put in an insane asylum, or for not wanting to, or for having or for being depressed because what the fuck. That's why so many women back in the day were like literally drunk and hopped up on fucking Valium and shit to stay happy. Because if they didn't, they would have locked they husbands would have locked their asses up in an insane asylum. So she said, Jen want to know how bad. Well, it's all over Instagram, girl. Go to Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I've shared it earlier today. I shared some shit. So if you follow me on Twitter, Value, yes, Value, whatever. All right. On Sierra. Sierra get engaged every year. I have no thoughts. Next question. Okay, no, I do have a thought. Sierra, this is what happens when you don't love yourself. Ladies, this is what happens when you don't love yourself. Okay. Sierra was already in a fucking crazy marriage with a nigga who cheated on her and all this weird shit, embarrassed her horribly for like years. I think she was with this thing for like 15 years or some shit like that. Then after they broke up, she done been engaged about 3 fucking times in the last 5 years. Okay. Listen, I'm not really, do what it is what it is. But it doesn't seem like her engagements are a come up for her. Her engagements are a come up for the other people. Porsha might have married a fool and all this weird shit, but at least she got a house out of it. She got half of that house paid for by him, and she cool on it, and she going skedaddle. Okay. It feels like Sierra always gets in these relationships with men who are proposing and engaged to her so they can get a come up. It's like she still does not love herself. We spoke about this before, and she keeps attracting these type of men. I hope that wasn't the case, because she seems like she could be a cool girl. I don't know her, so but she seems like she could be a cool girl, and she seems nice. But like, when you don't love yourself, you end up in some really weird situations, especially when you got a lot of money and your self-esteem is zero. You become a target for men who want to take advantage of you. Okay, so that's where she at with it now. She was just trying. Matter of fact, she was just married. She was married twice. She was just married from one guy and trying to get a divorce. He fucking everybody all over the place, and he running away trying not to sign the divorce papers because he was still trying to live off her back. She needs to probably stop dating for a little bit and worry about her kids. Okay. She needs to be worried about her kids. Sometimes you need to leave these niggas alone and be focused on what's important, and that's your kids. I like to date or whatever. We all like to date, but everything can't be about a nigga. Everything cannot be around a nigga. Your life, when you have that kind of mindset and like everything, this is the kind of person, or these are the kind of behaviors. Let me not say the person, because I'm not gonna put this on her, but this is the type of behavior, like these I need a man right now kind of people, that can't be alone kind of people that end up with people who abuse their children. Right? I'm not saying what kind of abuse. I'm just saying end up with people who abuse their children, end up with people who take it full advantage of them, and just take shit from them, end up with people who do shit to make them feel like shit and to keep them down so they could keep taking from you, right? Until there's no more to fucking take. You have to be, if like your life cannot revolve around niggas and dick. Your life cannot revolve around having some nigga tell you I love you. Whether it's true or not, just have a nigga telling you I love you. Your life cannot revolve around that, around trying to attain that. Because if your life revolves around trying to attain that, bitch, yeah, you're going to have a whole bunch of fake ass motherfuckers in your face, because it's easy to get a nigga. But like, none of the men's is going to be worth it. Because any men's who is worth any of the things, anything, would not even be attracted to a woman whose whole life revolve around trying to attain and please a nigga, any nigga, just a nigga, regardless of whatever, just so I can have a nigga. That's not how that works. Not in real life. Maybe on your TV shows, maybe in your Lifetime movies, and the fairy tales they fed us when we were little. But like, those things are not what attains you happiness. Being desperate doesn't put you in a good position at all. And it screams desperation. It screams, I don't love myself, so I'm looking for somebody else to love me. But at the end of the day, no one can love you more than you love yourself. So if you don't love yourself, none of these niggas love you anyway. Zero needs therapy and needs self-esteem. Yeah. Yeah. She's from the South, and it fucking sucks. It sucks, but I'm so glad that a lot of women are like breaking out of that mindset and that stereotype. They waiting for mommy and grandma to pass on so they can just move on. Remember, mommy and grandma, a lot of their stories are tragic. A lot of grandma's stories are tragic. If you really paid attention and ask, you thinking it was cool and it was great because grandma happy. A lot of your mean ass miserable grandmas are mean and miserable because she was abused and whatever by your grandpa and she couldn't leave. I know mine's were. I know my grandparents were. The only one who had a decent, was, but he died early, so I don't even know. you know but like a lot of our grandparents, the women lived as fucking subservient slaves who if they could have ran away they would have. But again, we are attached to our children, so most of us, unlike men, can't just abandon our kids. Anyway, so anyway, I love y'all. I'm gonna be up out of here. Okay, I'm gonna be up out of here because I still got to go to the gym and it's already 1:30. Let me think. What time is shit close? Okay, so yeah, I gotta go. But I appreciate you all for coming. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden because there's no other way to live it. Later.